I think we are live here. Okay, I think we are live. Hello and welcome back. I hope you guys are having a wonderful. Today's what day is this? Is Wednesday or Thursday?
I don't
Today is.
know.
I think Saturday is a little.
Thursday.
Today's Thursday. By the way, we both have mic as well, so I don't have to do back and forth anymore. Yep. Shout out to Joe. What happened to Joe lately? Hey, Dylan, what happened to Joe lately? So. We've been doing simulcast right now. I got my Discord friends over there. We are doing the YouTube live streaming. So if you haven't joined my Discord, make sure feel free to join. Okay, that's free of charge. Just come hang out with us. It's a great time. Okay, we're having a great time every single day. Someone's there every single day at the video chat. So don't be afraid of pop in. Okay, I know some people just in and out, but yeah, feel free to pop in and hang out with us for sure. Okay. Today's title is Ultimate High-End Hand Grinder. It's going to be Showdown. All right. I know my friends at the Discord make me uh, give me a hard time, but oh, hold on. Team say volume is a little low. Okay. How's the volume? Is that too low? Let me know as well. Okay. Let me know the volume. Yeah. Check out the volume. Make sure sound is okay. Yeah. Let me know as well. By the way, we've got a few people watching right now. There's only one people watching at the moment. So just Tim. Okay. Just, Tim, is that really bad, Tim? Let me know in the live chat. Okay. Yeah. Dot Rock 121 to say volume is fine. That's good. All right. So I think it's problem with the Tim. Okay. I think that's Tim's issue. All right. Having said that, okay, let's go back. Okay. Ultimate high-end grinder showdown. I feel like we are using ultimate too many times in this channel, but hey, it's okay. I just add, it's called C62, all right? I'm sorry, C64 hand grinder from Korea. I'm somewhat biased about this hand grinder because it's made in Korea, my home country, okay? And from Seoul as well. So, that's my hometown. Yeah, I mean, I want this thing to be successful, okay? I want this grinder to be successful, but hey, we'll see. So this is the inner birds is a 50 millimeter. Hopefully, I can show you guys on their website as well. This 50 millimeter inner bird size, so same size as the Mazda Rover, the 71 millimeter conical. So, and just came out. I mean, look at the size of the birds. Okay, I mean that is pretty large. I mean that is pretty large. Uh, a conical birds. So this has the a pre-breaker as well. A very interesting design. Okay, very interesting design. So we'll see. Okay, so it's gonna be showdown between. We're gonna be take a look at all four grinder today. Uh, C64. Actually, you know what? And then after that, I'm gonna compare. Since I only have a two identical dripper, so we're gonna go two at a time. So this is the K plus. Okay, one of my viewer asked me, "When can you add K plus to the mix?" So this is the K plus, K ultra. They're pretty much the same birds anyway, so it should be really good comparison as well. So K plus, easy presso, C64. We are going to make a coffee with it, a pour over. And then comes to coffee, I got a coffee from Bean Coffee Lab as well. So let's do that. Okay, Bean Coffee Lab. It's called roast tea. Okay, and we're gonna brew that one first. After that, we're gonna compare between Patro from. So this is also a fantastic hand grinder too. 58 millimeter flat burr. So this is all conical burrs. This is flat. This is designed for uh, filter coffee. This is also designed by Lance. Okay, our friend Lance Hidrick. He was involved with this grinder, so it should be really good. Okay, 58 millimeter conical, and then followed by this is Sarah's favor. Sorry, so this is your favorite grinder, right? GP6.
I mean,
I don't know favorite,
Okay.
but it's the one I decided to buy.
Okay. So this is Sarah's favorite grinder. Let's leave it at that. And then so we are going to put a shot after that as well as make some coffee with it right after. So after that, and then whoever wins, whichever wins, we're gonna go another taste. Okay, side by side as well. So it should be really interesting. Okay, it should be really. The reason why this is all a high end. Okay, K plus. It's about 150, right? 150, 185. It's around $200 range there. Okay, it's about 200. Okay, for this hand grinder. GP6 selling for 200 bucks. $200 for the hand grinder. Piatro with a this is a pro version. Okay, so made for filter coffee. I believe this is the 475. If you go to Amazon, Amazon has one that's 450, but that's made for espresso. So this is the brew, focus on filter. So a little bit more extra, 475 on that one. C64. This is the most expensive hand grinder actually I ever hands on. 589 for this hand grinder, coming from Korea directly. So you have to pay shipping on that as well. Anywhere between $80 to $100 for the shipping. So you're close to 700 bucks for hand grinder. Okay, so it's gonna be, man, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting comparison for sure. George asked, why don't you use the decaf and compare with that different grinder? Decaf. George, some point we're gonna do that as well. Okay. All right. Hold on. George, what George say? I compare the easy one, low retention Pietro. Hold on. Wow. So George, do you have the easy one? George has an easy one, low fines to Pietro, and I couldn't tell them apart. A blind taste. They are very similar. Interesting, George. Yeah, very interesting. I mean, that's the thing about the blind taste, right? It all depends on the coffee as well. Some coffee shines on one particular grinder than other grinder. So it all depends on the coffee. So again, this is like one-off test. If you want to do it properly, we're gonna spend hours on it. Okay, we're gonna spend hours on it. And this particular coffee, very light roast coffee as well, very fruity, bright. So for based on this coffee, and then we're gonna do more testing coming days and coming weeks as well. So this is not the final, but I'm very curious. I'm very curious about this. Okay, hold on. George say I have an easy one, but I think okay, I'm thinking of selling it, since the Piatro is more or less identical to profile of the coffee birds produce. Wow. Okay, that's interesting, George. Again, let's think about the high-end grinder. Okay, what do you think about that? So George thinks
I
that
mean,
easy one, and yeah.
I've never tried the ultra low fines bursts, but I don't know. I think with that grinder, you're definitely paying for like build quality, design, and it's kind of like a luxury product. Um, but
I mean,
I'd like to try it if I ever get the chance.
I
I've
mean,
heard
it
good
is a very
things.
luxury product for sure. Think about it. I mean, easy one is about $5 grand, 4,500 bucks.
With with the black one with the ultra low fines, I think it's like 4,200 or something. Something like that.
I mean, yeah. Again, that grinder is not cheap. Okay, not cheap for sure. Okay, Darrock say dual mic is great. Great, excellent. Meantime, hey, sir, any news for us?
So I'll be going to Hawaii
Okay.
soon to be an intern on a coffee farm
Okay.
for 6 months. So hopefully that'll be in July when I go. So hopefully we'll do some live streams from a coffee farm.
Okay.
That should be fun. If my phone's pretty old, but we'll see if it works.
So why don't tell us about that farm then. I mean, what's going on in the farm there?
So it's in Big Island
Mhm.
in Kona, and they grow geisha and pacamara.
Okay.
They do all sorts of processing.
Okay. So I mean, again, so Sar is going to. Is it like internship, right? Summer internship in Hawaii.
Yeah, 6 months.
And then, what kind of coffee they produce is Pacamara, you said?
Geisha and pacamara.
Geisha and Pacamara from Hawaii. Have you tried that coffee yet?
I haven't tried their coffee.
You have
I've
not.
heard their farm
Uh-huh.
before, but never had their coffee. And it's coming up in a couple months, so I might as well. I'm not going to order any from them. Might
That's
as well
right.
just go
Yep,
there and
yep. Go there and
free
enjoy.
coffee.
Yep. So they have their own roasting.
Yeah, they do farm tours for people, and so they have a roaster
Mhm.
and they brew coffee for people, serve coffee, but
Okay.
it's usually for themselves or people doing the tours, but they don't have like a shop, I don't believe. Will you be doing streams from the farm? I hope so. I should, why not? Should be able to.
Okay, Sarah, can you grind the coffee for us? Okay, so I'm gonna have Sarah grind the coffee.
With this one?
Yeah. Nope.
Do I just dump it in?
Yeah, just dump it in right there.
All right.
In between. If I were, I'm gonna use a hand to protect it.
Oops. Yeah, I'll be a farmer now.
Okay. If you're joining us, we are comparing 2 grinder, actually 4 grinder total. How's that feel, grinding? A little awkward?
A little awkward. I mean, it's a little bit harder than a normal one, but not too much.
Yep. Okay, if you are joining us, we are comparing 2 hand grinder right now. Oh, so this one has a blind shaker. So this is a C64. Okay. They're both retention-wise, they're identical. There's no whole lot of retention there. We are doing both 15 gram. Comes to grind quality, what do you think about the grind quality? Cape.
I mean, it's hard to say.
Okay. So here's the. Hopefully you guys can. It's hard to tell. Okay, how to tell from the just looking at it in naked eyes, but.
I don't. Yeah. Even if one looks more even, I don't trust my
Mm-hmm.
eye.
Okay, we're gonna brew. I'm gonna start with about 50 grams. I've been really enjoying large bloom, like 50 grams.
Someone asked what burrs are in the C64.
It's called eccentric roller. Okay, eccentric roller.
So it's their own.
Yeah, it's their own
burrs.
design. Yep, their own design. So this is the inner burr size, a 50 millimeter inner burr. They're same as the Mazda Rover. Okay, same size as Mazda Rover. They're 71 millimeter conical. So comes to size wise, I mean this is pretty impressive. Okay. I'm doing the back and forth here with the 2 brew. Just a little bit of swirl. Comes to brewing method, I'm just go identical as possible. Just nice and easy. I do enjoy faster brews, so. So what is the ideal time for you, Sal?
Depends on the brewer.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on my bloom time
Mm-hmm.
as well, but usually like 2.5, 3 minutes.
Okay. If you guys are just joining us, we are doing the ultimate grinder showdown. We have 4 different grinders here. We have a Patro. We have a C64, GP6, and K Plus this morning. 250 for one brew. The other brew here, I'm at 245. Man, it's close. Okay, very close time to each other. 250, 254. Okay, so very close. We are talking about maybe like 5-second difference in time. Okay, I think that's good. Close time. All right. We're gonna do some blind. Oh, Sal, can you go outside for a second? I'm gonna have Sal go outside. So this is a C64. This is a K Plus. Okay. Sal. Okay, blind taste. All right. There you go. Cheers, buddy. Okay, so if you're joining us, we are comparing 4 different high-end grinder this morning. So I'm just gonna give it a quick taste myself as well. Okay. There we go. Okay, big difference between 2 cups. Yeah. All right. Sal, any initial thoughts?
Let's do one more.
Okay. Initial thoughts from Sal. But can you tell the difference between 2 cups?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this one's a little bit punchier,
Punchy. Okay.
a little bit brighter,
Brighter.
a little more acidity coming through.
Okay. So can you tell the
This
difference?
one's also, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
I think it's a little brighter, has more acidity, but it's a little drying at the end.
Okay.
This one maybe just slightly less acidity, but I think I like this one. I think it's
Okay.
overall
Okay.
like everything's smoothed out. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. More smooth with this one, right? Okay. with that cup, you say to bring out a lot of. Hold on, let me give it a try as well. So I mean, this is good. Okay, I think this is very good comparison here. It's a lot more brighter, cleaner with this cup. Personally, I like that
Yeah, I
one.
think even I don't know, even in like the past like 10 seconds,
Yeah.
it's cooled down a little bit.
Yeah.
Or as I got just a little left in the cup,
Mhm.
it cooled down. I think I prefer this one now.
See again, so it's all dependent on when you drink coffee. When the coffee is hot, they bring out different tasting notes, so
Yeah.
different tasting. And then once coffee is cooled down, and also bring out another tasting note. So it's all depend. I mean, are you the person that you drink coffee when coffee is really hot, or you like to enjoy throughout the process? Okay, throughout the process there. So,
So,
can you
yeah.
can you tell can you tell me which grinder is which? Can you tell that?
I mean, I have no idea what I'm looking for
Okay.
with the C64,
Okay.
but I do prefer this one. Well,
Okay.
as it's cooled down, this
Okay.
one I think is a little bitter
Okay,
on the
murky.
finish, a little
Yeah.
muddy, or
Yep.
not as much clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's
Right now,
bright,
yep.
more acidity,
Yep.
cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of my guess would be typically I find this is a K plus, right?
K plus, K ultra, same thing.
Typically I find the K plus to be a
Yep.
little bit more muddy than like let's say ZP6,
Yep.
but I don't know what the C64 is gonna taste like, but I'll guess that it's the C64.
C64 and the K plus. I think Sarah is correct. I mean, when coffee is hot, I prefer the okay. So I prefer the somewhat muddy in the beginning, which will bring out a lot of great, very balanced, and I really enjoy it. But when coffee is cooled down, it's become a little bit more murkier. So and then for with the C64, it's not like that. It's become more. I don't know. It's more pleasant. So again, I mean that's the difference between high clarity versus with the K plus is more for that's K plus is good for both method. Okay, pour over and espresso as well. I mean they're both fantastic. Next comparison we're gonna do is GP6 and Patro. Okay, so these two grinders made for filter coffee only. Okay, they are filter coffee only. This is it. That's some of the best grinder out there. All right, there's some of the best grinders out there. So comes to filter coffee with C64 and K plus, they are made for both espresso and filter. So having said that, so this round I have to say Sarah give it to C64. Okay, because Sarah never tasted this coffee before. I mean this grinder before, so I think you did the right guessing there. So, but this one, I know Sarah has experience with the Pietro and GP6 pretty well because we've been testing it for a long time. Okay, I'm very interesting to see with this coffee. Okay, so let's try that. Should be very interesting. I cannot wait. So I'm gonna save this cup right here. So this is the C64 cup. All right. Okay. Grind some. Oh, not yet. Again, we are using the Oria. So Oria V3, and so this is the Amazon Oria versus the real Oria. So Amazon Oria. What's the difference between Oria, Amazon versus the real one? I mean, this is a copy, but they're one-to-one copy, by the way. So it's about slightly cheaper, right? Yeah. So by the way, Sarah has the Oria V4. So what do you think about the V4?
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't think if you have like the Oria V3, I don't
Yeah.
think you need to upgrade.
Mhm.
But I didn't have any Oria, so I like it with the interchangeable base.
Mhm.
It's fun to play around.
So I'm using the T90 paper, a cone shape, but what I like to do is I like to just fold it like so. and then use as a flat bottom. Use as a flat bottom paper there. So far, I'm really enjoying it, enjoying the method, but okay, let's see here. Is it Emily? I'm using the C40 daily. Is a GP6 gave me the difference? I noticed. What do you think about that? GP6 versus Commandante C40.
I haven't tried the C40 a lot. I've had it before. To me, for me personally, I like the ZP6 more.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I think it's better for lighter roast. I think if you have darker roast, it probably doesn't matter as much. But ZP6 definitely gives me, more clarity, brighter, more, easier to distinguish the different tasting notes. To me, the C40 is maybe like a little bit more bitter, a little bit more muddy. And also for the price, I don't remember how much the C40 is, but I think it's more than the ZP6.
Oh yeah,
I think it's a little too expensive for what I think you get from it. I think ZP6 is a better bang for your buck.
So this one we are going to compare a GP6 versus Patro Probert. Okay, so this is made for filter coffee as well. So I know George is watching right now. Okay, George has the easy one from Weber. According to George, he cannot tell the difference between how to tell. Okay, not he cannot tell, but how to tell difference between Patro versus easy one. I mean that's a big statement. So I know Sal really enjoyed the filter coffee himself. So it should be a really interesting comparison here coming up here. Why don't you grind some coffee for me? We are using the rose tea.
Is this set good? 9?
Yeah. I think that should be fine. George said, by the way, I can recommend the Patro stand. Yeah, Emacs, yeah, definitely. That's for sure, George. You're absolutely right. Because stand makes a big difference. So we are this round we are comparing Patro versus GP6 from Easy Presso. They're both focused on filter coffee. How's that smell?
Smells good.
Smells good. Okay. Okay. So this is a conical burr. Okay, so this the GP6 is a conical. Patro is a 58 millimeter flat burr as well. So they're completely different burr design. So my guessing is right. It's going to be Patro give you a lot of extreme cleanness. Okay, and you are going to tell the separation of flavor as well. So Should be really fun comparison. All right. I'm gonna, again, same blooming process, about 50 grams each. No. I'm gonna wait about 45 seconds. So, how long you like to bloom?
Let's say for like Oreo V60, I'll typically do at least 45 seconds.
Okay.
Some coffees I'll even try up to 2 minutes, see how that tastes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have the pulsar, so sometimes I'll like steep the bloom. And for that, I'll go, sometimes as little as like 15 seconds, but normally I like to stay at 30 seconds or under for that one.
Can you answer that, the last person's said?
Why they didn't create some type of gear system on the Pietro? The user experience is so awful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an engineer,
Mm-hmm.
but anytime you can make grinding a little easier is always nice.
Sure.
But I'm sure the stand. I mean, for filter grind size, it's not that bad, but there's definitely more ergonomic hand grinders out there.
I'm just gonna go nice and easy. Okay. See what happens there. Sean is also joining us. Sean Brown. Carrie, no, never too late for coffee, Carrie. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely, Pietro, I mean, definitely we can use the stand. It'd be a lot easier for sure. All right, so it comes to brew time. Man, pretty close. Okay, so that's what we
Got
want.
lucky.
Yeah, we got lucky with the grind size. Yeah, very close. We're very, very close there. Just about 3 minutes each. Okay, Sai, why don't you go outside for a second? I think this was a GP6. So this was a GP6. So this one is a Pietro. Okay, Sarah, come on in. Okay. I'm gonna have Sal do the initial, impression. Hold on a second, guy. There we go. So what do you think? Hold on. I think, hold on a second here, folks. Right now, I'm going back my video, trying to confirm here.
Let me see which one I like first.
Yeah, I'm gonna have which one he likes first. Yeah. I'm gonna have which one he likes first. The great thing about the live streaming, I can always go back to video one before. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So now I can see it. Okay, go ahead. Let me know which one you prefer. You know what? I'm gonna try as well. Just make sure Sal and I we are on the same page. I wonder we are going to tell the difference in this cup here. Initial. Okay. Man, both clean. What do you think? Wow. Boy. How to tell? Okay, so can you tell the difference between two cups?
I can, but
Okay.
it's closer than the last one.
Yeah,
for sure.
very close.
I'll go through one more time, but
Yeah.
I think I slightly prefer this one.
This
We'll
one?
see.
This one?
Or I don't know, this whatever this.
Okay,
cup
so
is.
so you want that cup? Okay.
Let me go.
Yeah.
One more time.
I'm gonna have Sal do one more time. Yeah. Again, we are joining us. We are comparing two grinder here, Patro versus GP6. Okay.
I think the acidity is a little more pronounced on this one.
Okay. This one.
There's something like sort of on the finish or near the finish. It's hard to explain, but something about it is I don't like as much.
All right. So, okay. Is more bright with that cup.
I think so.
Yeah, more bright, a lot more brightness there. With this one, not as bright, more smooth, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think I prefer this one. Down right there. I mean, that's what I prefer. I think I prefer this one right here, this cup. What say you, Sal? So again, the coffee is cooling down right now, so we're gonna have a different tasting note. So we're just gonna.
For me, it's the differences are easier when it's cool.
Yep. So let's wait another minute or so. Okay. And I need to figure out which cup is which. I need to figure out which cup is which.
I think I'm going back to the other one now.
Which one?
This one.
That one? So that's the Patro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the Patro. Yeah. So so I'm reviewing the video at the moment. So
but yeah, I think it's gone back and forth, but I think this one, whatever cup this is here, it's definitely brighter, but normally I prefer brighter, but as I cool down, I think this is just smoother overall, like, overall more balanced.
okay. So you go with a Patro then?
The left cup, whatever.
Yeah. Hold on.
Whichever one.
Okay. So I review it. So this is a Patro.
Which one? This?
Yeah. This is a GP6. Okay. So you're gonna go with that. Okay.
Yeah, I think for this coffee is a little slightly less bright, but this acidity on the ZP6 was bright, but I think other things were lacking. But I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed with either.
The coffee is cooling down. Yeah, I can start. Yeah, start. Earlier is
ZP6 is, yeah,
a lot
ZP6,
brighter before. Now it's
yeah,
muted down. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But now, save that right here. So this is a Pietro.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is C64. It's been cooled down for quite some time now. Okay. C64 Pietro. Okay. Again, so we are going back to Pietro C64. Here it's been somewhat room temperature.
Yeah. Pietro's still a little warmer, but
Yep. Okay. Pietro.
I think I prefer the Pietro.
Pietro.
We can wait for the Pietro
Yeah.
to cool down a little more,
Yeah.
but
So
so far the C64 seems, compared to the Pietro, a little more money.
okay, so let's wait for this. Okay, I'm gonna wait the. Yeah, I think we should wait for the Pietro to be cooled down completely. So here's the, if you're just joining us, Pietro versus GP6. Once coffee is cooled down, I think I prefer Pietro better. Once coffee is hot, I think I prefer the GP6.
Yeah, me too.
Bring out a lot more acidic brightness as well. But again, but here's the facts, right? So I mean, when you guys drink coffee cold, do you drink coffee cold?
I mean, I enjoy it most at like
yeah,
warm or room
yeah,
temp,
room temperature.
but
Okay.
I think most were the minority. I think
Yeah.
most people like it really hot.
Mm-hmm. So again, so what does that mean? I mean, is I'd say pretty close. Is that safe to say? Pietro versus GP6?
I think it's pretty close. I think it can depend on the coffee.
Mhm.
We've done tests where I prefer ZP6 over Pietro and vice versa. I think in the past, I think if you have like a really light, washed, clean coffee, Pietro kind of shines a little more. Really, but it's hard to say. Pretty close.
So Pietro is a 58 millimeter conical. I'm sorry, flat burr. Okay, flat burr tended to bring out a lot more cleanness. Clean cup bring out a lot more brightness as well. Conical is not as much. So it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think you can tell a difference, but I think for what it is, ZP6 does pretty well for being conical, smaller burr.
But here's the thing:
Puts up a good fight.
with the C64 versus the K Plus, that's an obvious difference. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
a very easy to pick out. But with Pietro versus GP6,
You gotta think.
you gotta think about for a little bit. Okay, you gotta think about for a little bit. So having said that, I know George on the live chat right now, and George has the EG1, the low fine. EG1 is about like $4,000 or $5,000 electric grinder from Weber. They're amazing grinder, amazing quality grinder. And then, I mean, fact is, I have to take George's word for it, and George also has the Pietro as well. So, I mean, according to George, they're pretty close, neck and neck. I think I can see that 58 millimeter flat burr, made for brew. Okay, and the Weber low fine. I believe there's 81. Is that 81 or 80 or 80?
81, 83.
Yeah,
I can't
80. I
remember.
think it's 81 from Weber, and that's also flat burr as well. But is it just,
And
okay?
the blind burr.
Yeah, that's a low fine. Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean,
That's
I can
pretty-
see
oh, 80
why
mil.
the is a 80 millimeter. Okay, 80 mil. So, is that coffee cool down yet?
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna have a. I'm gonna try the. Okay, let's go back to this is a C64. Huh, interesting. when coffees cool down,
I prefer the Pietro.
you prefer the Piatra versus
This one, C64.
C64. I wonder we're gonna make it hot. I wonder we are able to tell the difference. Man,
I mean, hot is always going to be harder.
yeah, that's true. Again,
Um,
so
cool when everything
yeah.
cools down. It's much. If the grinder's bad or if there's any
Mhm.
differences, it's much easier to tell.
Easier to pick out the imperfection. Okay, so we're gonna wait about a few more minutes to cool down completely because I mean they're completely different water temp as well.
Yeah.
So let's wait for a second. Okay, let's wait for a second. But again, I mean this is a one-off test, guys. This is a one-off test. So far we compare C64 versus the K plus. So this is a C64 from Korea. This is a 50. The inner burr is 50 millimeter. So this is the same burr size as the Mazar Corning, Mazar Rover. Okay, the 71 millimeter conical grinder from Mazar. There's a same size there. And then obviously we got K plus. That's the one. People, K plus, K Ultra, same burr design. Okay. And then obviously we got the Piatro is 58 millimeter flat. Okay, that's completely different bird. Versus we got GP6. GP6 is known for cleanness, but at this test, uh, obviously Sal prefers. When coffee is cooled down, I think I prefer the Piatro better myself as well. So hold on, George say I think the reason they are so similar to so extreme low amount of fines. Okay, the ultra bring out the more sweetness. Okay, all right, and then we got the French Geek Coffee. Say I think the lens was trying to uh, uh, replicate the bit of EG1 low. Okay, ultra low fine burst profile. Okay, I got yeah. Pietro makes sense. Yeah, I think so too. I think because the fact is, Lance has both, EG1, and so I know Lance is really into being clean, being at the cleanness and brightness as well. So
I think he compared the ZP6 to I think the Timor 076
078
or 78 078. And then he compared the Pietro to the EG1 with the ULF. But I think I don't remember, but I think he said that he was trying to beat all the other hand grinders in terms of like the particle analysis. I mean, it's not the end all be all, but
try now. Man, okay, now coffees are pretty much room temperature right now, compared with the 664 and Pietro. What do you think? Man, I mean, at this point, I mean, I don't know.
I still like the Pietro.
You still like the Pietro? Okay, hold on a second now. Okay, hold on. Why don't you go outside for a second? I'm gonna have Sarah go outside for a second right now. And so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add some hot water to it, a little bit of hot water. I wonder he's going to tell the difference between these two cups. Okay. Yeah, should be fun here. I'm gonna add some little bit of hot water for both. And I wonder he's gonna tell the difference. Okay, Sarah, come on in. So let's find out. Okay, should be fun. Go ahead and try. So that is blind tasting one more time. What I'm gonna add some little bit of hot water. So I want to be similar water temp there. The dogman say, "You're sure not to measure how much bypass." Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. Okay, I just want to see it. Okay, this is like non-scientific blind taste. First impression, Sal. Sorry, is thinking. Okay. Devin said no. It's not a first. It's not the first blind test. What do you
I
think?
think I prefer this one.
Okay. Okay. So why don't you score it?
I mean, the water,
Mhm.
I think, made it worse.
Made it worse. You
For
can.
both of them.
Okay. Okay. Both.
But,
Okay.
I mean, we're not that far apart.
Okay. So again, so if you are joining us, we are doing the blind taste. So this is not. It's like I say, more like second round here.
My guess is this one's the Pietro, but could be wrong.
Are you doubting yourself?
I mean, this is the one I prefer. It could be either, but
okay. So you prefer that one? Yeah. So that's the Pietro.
Alright.
Is
but
that
adding water made it harder,
hotter?
in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, okay. So what do you think? I mean, so obviously you're happy with the both coffee based on that, but I mean, here's the thing about high-end grinders. Okay. I mean, unless if you have a big difference between the two birds, okay, I think it's all about the bird design. Obviously, 58 millimeter flat bring out a lot more cleanness, and Sal loves clean coffee, so he's looking for that cleanness, the brightness as well. And then some people may not. Okay, some people may not. You want a little bit more fine throw into that cup as well. So it's ultimately is what you like to drink. But here's big but though. You are going to tell the difference between average grinder versus high grinder. Comes to cup quality. Yes, even though taste is subjective, but you are going to tell. You are going to tell the difference. I don't want to say be better, but you are looking for difference in cup quality, right? Some people likes something more bright. Some people likes more muted. It's all depend on your cup quality and your taste. So having said that, so you need to find out what kind of cup you like. Okay, I think that's the first thing you got to figure it out. All right. So you need to figure out what kind of cup. I mean, you like something clean. You want something more smooth. It all depends on what you like, and then based on your taste, and then go out there find the grinder that fit you. Pretty much it, right? Some people may love C64 over Pietro, vice versa. Some people wants K plus over GP6. And then you know what? I mean, I just want a grinder that do both well. Okay. GP6, you cannot do espresso. All right. You can maybe do turbo shots with the GP6, but yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
maybe turbo shots. Sometimes, like if you have like an Ethiopian
Mhm.
coffee, which tends to produce more
Mhm.
fines, you can get away. I've
Mhm.
gotten traditional shots, but if you want to do espresso, that's not a good
Yeah.
option. You're probably not going to be able to get any.
No.
You
So
might get
again,
lucky, but
so I mean, if you want to do the one grinder fit you both espresso and filter, okay, something like K plus or K ultra. And then if you have a boatload of money, all right, I recommend C64. It's all depend on your budget as well. So it's all depend on what you like. So what I'm trying to say is that there is a budget for every price range. Okay, I mean, the grinder for every budget. If you guys are looking for. So, all right, I hope I I hope this one makes what's the word I'm looking for, and not make you more confused, right? Okay, sometimes you watch videos, you know what, you wonder. Sometimes I get dumber after, but uh, but for this case, hopefully I'll give you a little bit more insight on different grinder. Okay, different grinder there. All right, hold on a second here. Let's see here. What teams say here? Teams say need a cleanness, tea-like body, heavy body, complexity,
oh yeah,
sweetness, acidity, brightness, fruit, flower, stone fruits. I mean, that's all the taste. Yeah,
gotta have the fruits.
yep. You gotta have the fruits as well. I love the flower. The
I like
taste. Yeah,
fruits.
tasting note and the smell is important as well. So let's say French coffee geek say I know it's a luxury, but good to have one grinder. Okay, and they like Pietro with the ultra fines and another one with more fines like SSP, lap sweet, and yeah, and use them dependent. Ideally, it's like I said both, right? So what I mean that's the reason why I like to have a conical and flatbird. Okay, the flatbird give you a conical give you more fines than flatbird, so all depends. But
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like having one grinder.
so why is that?
I don't know. It's a little more simple.
Okay.
You can focus a little more on coffee. Devin said, yeah, good coffee first, and any grinder will work. Yeah, as long as you have, I think, a burr grinder.
Okay,
And then
but
as you get more into it, you may care more to upgrade.
but sometimes okay. I mean, if you have like $20-$30 hand grinder, right? And don't spend. I mean, I don't know. I mean, imagine if you spend a lot of money on coffee and like $20 grinder. So
I'd rather have
okay,
expensive coffee and very cheap grinder than the other way around.
really,
Yeah, I think really good coffee can sort
okay,
of hide a lot of
okay.
problems that a grinder has.
That's interesting. Sarah just point out.
Yeah,
Okay, you know what? I'm going to put his theory to test right now. Okay, are you up for that?
for what?
So I have a very inexpensive grinder here at my disposal. So I'm going to do the exact same coffee, and then let's brew it. Okay, let's brew that coffee. You guys want to see that? Let me know. Okay, let me know in the live chat section if you guys want to see it. I'm trying to debunk Sar's theory. So Sar wants to get an average grinder with good coffee.
No, I
Okay.
mean, it's what Tim said. I'd rather have the best coffee and the worst equipment than the worst coffee on the best equipment. So if I had to make the trade-off, I'd always choose
You know what? Okay, so
good coffee.
so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the same coffee with the blade grinder. How about that?
Sure.
Okay. So like Tim said, he wants the cheap, great coffee with the worst equipment. Will produce. Okay.
Well, I mean, we just tried it with Pietro, and so I mean,
Okay.
it's not a fair comparison.
No, not at all. So I have this wonderful blade grinder here, folks. Yeah. So let's bring out the blade with the same coffee.
I mean, I'd obviously rather have these more than the blade
Okay.
grinder,
So
but that's not.
so we are going to, according to Tim, okay, he rather have blade grinder with a good coffee.
Than Pietro with bad coffee.
Bad coffee, exactly. Okay, let's see. All right, Tim, here we go, buddy. And Carrie said, "Don't waste good coffee." I know, yes, but I mean, I want to know. Okay, I'm very curious about this test as well. Okay. So this is the blade grinder, right? I'm just gonna clean up here. So this is the blade grinder. So can you measure up 15 grams for me? I'm gonna have a exact same coffee. This is a rose tea. Okay. So we have great coffee here with the blade grinder. And everything is identical, all right? Everything is identical. Same brewer, same water. Shout out to Kyle. Finally made to the live streaming. Okay. Okay. If you are joining us, we are doing I say ultimate, the high-end hand grinder, Showdown. And now we are about to brew same coffee with a blade grinder. Okay, according to our friend Tim, rather have good coffee with the worst equipment than, yeah. But I'm very curious. Okay, I'm very curious that how far we're gonna be off, right? I'm just gonna. The problem with worst equipment is how to figure out the grind size, right? Okay. So we are doing the blade grinder here right now. All right, let's go. So the exact same recipe as well. It's the 50 grams to bloom first. Comes to temperature wise, I'm using about 92 Celsius right now. 92 Celsius. I'm gonna wait about 45 seconds for blooming. I'm at 40 seconds right now. Okay. So right now we are doing the exact same coffee before, but now we are using the blade grinder. Okay, blade grinder. Let's see here. George said, "Oh, love to see more in this coffee channel of coffee from European specialty coffee roasters like La Cabra, Team Wind." Okay, so I've been using Team for a while. Also DAC. You know what? Maybe let me bring out the DAC next time. I do have Milky Cake. Okay. What? Why don't you take it over for a second? I'm gonna have Sarah take it over for a little bit.
Yeah, I've only tried La Cabra once. Tried La Cabra once. Had a couple of Tim's coffee. DAC is good. Never had fried hats. It's at 2:45, almost done. I'm not as excited for this brew. All right, it's about 3 minutes. 3-minute brew. It's done now. The temp, looks like the temp he did was like 90 degrees, 91. Let's try this coffee. Are you still using ZP6 main? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the next upgrade would be a lot of money. Even the Pietro would be what, 350? No, 250, 275 increase. I think the next upgrade from ZP6. I don't know if it'll be worth it. I think I need to have more money before I upgrade. But I don't have any complaints with ZP6.
Okay, folks, I'm back. All right. Did you try the coffee?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna try exact same coffee but blade grinder. Okay, so this is the roast tea from Bean Coffee Lab. And then, so obviously we've been making coffee with 4 different grinders. K Plus, we have a C64, Patro, and GP6. So these grinders are some of the best hand grinders out there in the world. Okay, but now this is a blade grinder. Okay. Cheers. Actually, it smells pretty good. Yeah, smells pretty good. Here we go. Let's give it a try. What do you think? It's not a whole lot going on here.
No.
Not a whole lot going on. But it's not that bad either.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I think, like I said before, I think the coffee is really carrying this whole situation here. But
it's still pleasant.
There's a three-minute brew time.
Yeah.
Ended.
Yeah, 3-minute brew time. I mean, it's
definitely more muddy, more bitter. There's like a lingering bitterness on the finish.
Is it? Hold on.
I mean, that's what I think.
Okay, hold on a second here. Hold on a second. Again, when coffee is hot, is mask a lot of imperfection. Okay, but once the coffee is cooled down, you're gonna see a lot of imperfection coming out. So, okay, now I can see it. Yeah, but it's not a bad coffee.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I think the coffee could be worse if it was like a plain wash coffee.
Yeah.
I think since this coffee is more processed.
Yeah.
It masks the grinder even more.
So again, I mean, really good coffee. This could be mask a lot of imperfection. It still tastes decent. So this coffee is not that bad. Yes, I mean, aftertaste is a little bitter, aftertaste, but I mean, I can see why, because the obviously grind size is not that uniform, since the blade grinder as well. So I guess in French coffee geeks say, in order of importance means a good coffee. Obviously, the water chemistry matters as well. Make sure you get a good water. Okay, coffee is what 99% water anyway, so make sure you get a good coffee, a good water, and then grinder. Yeah, I mean grinder makes big difference. But I mean, you guys are people are watching my channel, and you guys are already down the rabbit hole anyway. Let's assume you guys are using the good water and good coffee. Next best thing is a good grinder. Okay, you don't have to buy the best. You don't have to buy the best, but a grinder that capable. All right, capable. Jay said now, okay, do cheap coffee with a good grinder. So what's considered as cheap coffee? What do you think, Sam?
Not specialty.
Not specialty coffee. Okay,
So
like
something commodity.
so like what? Let's see here. Like Starbucks.
Yeah, I think like Starbucks. I mean, there's worse coffee out there. I think.
8 o'clock. Have you tried 8 o'clock coffee? You know what that is? If you go to the grocery store, you're going to see 8 o'clock coffee bag. Yeah. Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, they're not that bad. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Jay say anything from grocery store, sure.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cheap coffee. Like let's say not the company, not a specific company, but like the grocery stores coffee that they sell from like the dispenser. It's probably not that good.
Why not try that one more time there? So yeah, now, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's definitely it's not the worst, but yeah, once coffee's cooled down, now it's not start bring out all the flaws in that cup. So, uh, so drink when the coffee is hot. Okay, you're gonna hide a lot of stuff, and whenever coffee is getting cooler, you're gonna see a lot of flaws. Okay, a lot of flaws. All right. Having said that, we've been talking for about 70 minutes now. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to live streaming. And I know we got some first timer as well. I think Akaya was the first timer joining us. That's fantastic. Yeah. Again, so hopefully, big congrats to Sal. Sal is going to Hawaii for summer internship at and the coffee grower, right, in Hawaii, the main island there. So, how many months, Sal? How many months?
6.
6 months.
Yeah.
Wow, 6 months in Hawaii. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Anyway, I wish him the best. Hopefully, we can do some live streaming from Hawaii, the main island. And they produce geisha. Okay, by the way. They got, I think so. We know Santa Barbara produced geisha, as you guys know, and also Hawaii. I never tried that yet. Have you? Okay, I'm looking forward to try Hawaiian as well. Okay, folks. I hope you guys having a wonderful morning, and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.